This is just the first week of January 2024 and tons of scandals are coming to light. Imagine then what will have happened before this summer. We made a video telling how this year 2024 is going to be a very bad year for America specifically and the entire world as a whole, but it seems like nobody cares until people will not believe what is going to come out, day in and day out. Scandal number 1. TD Jake's viral and shocking but unusual sad news. We may say that somehow people who brought this into the public domain had the right timing, as all things are going bad towards the end of the age. All of you who have seen what both sides had to say, and how the wife possibly knew about this, let's hope it did not happen until full evidences are exposed, and if it really happened as the pictures suggest, this will be the end of a man so many thought was the man of God, and hopefully if this won't make people humble themselves and repent in order to seek the kingdom of the Lord in the name of his begotten Son the Christ, I don't know what will make them save their lives. Psalm 50 verse 21. You have done these things, and I kept silent. You thought I was just like you. But I will punish you and lay out the case before your eyes. Scandal number 2. The Epstein infamous list. Those scandals are coming out one after another, and in a way that the last one is way bigger than the previous one. Is this just a coincidence? This is simply a way to show us that things are going to get worse. We heard how people were refreshing Twitter page, now known as X, when it was first announced that this infamous list would be released to the public. Now that the world knows who is on that list, and perhaps with more names to come up, what's next, and what is the impact this will have on America, especially when it comes to the 2024 U.S. presidential election? I personally think, if the American people really want to save their nation, they have to humble themselves and especially cry out aloud with sorrow to see that they have been ruled by immoral individuals and said nothing. This is why to God they are all seen as accomplices, because I think every American who is not blind can see where their nation is heading, and how did they get here. This is a big deal because normally nobody would be expecting such a list to be revealed to the public. Is this a kind of judgment we have heard about that will show up from nowhere towards the end of the age? Galatians 5 verse 19. When you follow the desires of your sinful nature, the results are very clear: sexual immorality, impurity, lustful pleasures. Scandal number 3. The Bayside Marketplace in Miami, Florida, 10 feet giants. The authority is stating that it was just a group of teenagers fighting and shooting fireworks, where many people find it very hard to believe how such a fight could have mobilized over 100 cops' cars, helicopter, cut electricity power to over 60,000 homes in the area, plus the cancellation of all aircrafts fro and to Miami International Airport. Incredible, isn't it? For those who might have seen the video footage, I have never seen even a movie in which such massive police cars were mobilized, simply beyond the usual. The surprising thing is that nobody has really come out with a video of what they saw, and this also helps people who don't believe in the official narrative make their case, as they are saying that a king of scanning was done in a way or another to make sure that nobody got away with what they saw on their phones. Some people are now saying that it might have been just a simple test for the Project Blue Beam hologram, and others say how even people started shooting at those shadow-alike as they feared for their lives. But what was unusual was that some people even almost run into cars just trying to save their lives to get killed by cars. So what did they really see? Matthew 24 verse 37. As it was in the days of Noah, so it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. What people forget to add to this verse, simply because it is not written there, is that during the days of Noah, there was the giants known as the Nephilim, remember? Scandal number 4. Katt Williams Unleashed, Club Shay Shay interview. This is a 2-hour interview in which Katt Williams discuss about how he made it to the top of comedy, and also touched upon why black males are quiet, often put in dresses for certain roles such as in Big Mama. What makes this looks like a scandal is that many famous names were brought about, and those who were mentioned have come out denying what Katt Williams discussed. Among other ludicrous, this was one of the questions I had always been asking myself: how those men end up in dresses. Katt Williams tells how he was proposed to be in one for the Big Mama role and refused. At the age of 12 and 14, he had read many books, especially the Bible, which allowed him to value God in his entire life, and I see this as a positive character that followed him all the way to the top when it comes fear the Lord at a certain level. So, what makes this a big deal and a scandal? Depending on how the public took his sayings during the interview, Katt Williams exposed how deals, especially contracts, are signed, where for instance you are not allowed to mention the name Jesus or God. This is how guys like Ludacris came out denouncing Katt Williams with Jesus Christ necklace on in order to dismiss what he exposed. By the time I watched, this interview had 30 million views in just 4 days. This alone tells you how people are eager to hear the truth. The only valid question you can possibly ask yourself would be, why now? Remember, Luke 8 verse 17. For there is nothing hidden that will not become visible, and nothing secret that will not be known and come to light. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, and share.